Hi there, I'm Anita and this is Sewing Yogi, my sewing channel, and this is a Friday Sews. So today I'm going to be chatting about some of the things that I've been doing this week. Mostly it is repairing other things that I've probably already mentioned to you in the past, which you might be interested to see what I've done with. And then one item that I have started sewing up. Something completely random that I have just decided to do, which is usually the case with me. I find that I have plans and then it all goes out the window when I see something that I really want to make. So first off, the top that I discussed with you quite a few weeks ago now, and it's actually the Lottie by Sew Over It. Now I made the top version, not the dress, and I made it out of this lovely fabric here, which is a Liberty Lawn, and I found that the straps basically were too loose for me, and I think I worked out why it fitted me last year and not this year. I think maybe when I made it, I made the big mistake of putting on a bra that I probably wasn't going to wear with it because it was one with straps, and I think I've discarded that bra now, so that may be why I can't get this to fit me. So I've been trying to wear it with strapless bra and it's just too loose. And I had asked for some suggestions of what to do with this, and I got some really fabulous suggestions of what to do, because originally I thought I was just going to literally slash through the back, cut through the back and create a seam and just take it in basically, overlocking the edges. But the more I thought about that, the more I didn't want to cut into it, because I really love this fabric and I didn't want to make a mess of it. I didn't want it to look too shoddy basically. I did think about unpicking all the bias binding and then taking some, or gathering this more, because there are some gathers here at the front. I thought about maybe gathering that more. I did think also about unpicking the bias binding at the back and then putting some gathering stitches along here, and then taking out that excess by snipping that and then sewing it back in. So I had tons of ideas. I had some lovely ideas as well from other people suggesting things. I can't remember what some of them were now, but they were all really great and I've thought about every single one of them. But I ended up trying just to overlap the straps on the top, and I was literally just going to slip stitch them, so pulling them up. But then I didn't like the length it sat out on me, because obviously I've got hardly any hem on this, so there was no way of me making it any longer, so I didn't like that idea. So what I've gone with, and you may be able to see it, you may not, I think it's quite invisible. I have made a little pleat. So you can just about see there's already some gathers there, but I've created a little pleat and slip stitched that in, and I've done one on that side and I've done one on that side. Now when I've got it on, you can't tell that at all. It's quite invisible because I think this fabric is quite good with the pattern, and you can't really tell. So I did that on the front. It was still a little bit baggy and the straps were still falling down, so I've done the same on the back. I've created two little pleats, and I haven't pressed this or anything so that you can see them. I will press them so they will lie flat. But again, I've put a little pleat there and then a little pleat there, right in the middle. And when I've got that on, you can't tell at all that I've done anything to it. I don't think so anyway. And the back I'm not going to be seeing. So yeah, I think it looks okay. That's actually created, or cinched that in for me where I am kind of hollow. I've got a kind of like a weird hollow bit at the back of my spine, and then I do need that excess fabric there for my shoulder blades to get in. So yeah, I'm really pleased. I can actually get into it now, and it fits me and the straps stay on me, they don't fall off. So I'm really pleased that I've managed to save this, because I really love this top. I just think it's beautiful. So yeah, that's one repair job I've done. And then there was another repair job that I had, which was the Heidi top, again by Sew Over It. and my ribbon had broken off on the inside. So you get the tie here across there, and then in the inside my ribbon had frayed away so much that I had to just snip it off. So what I've done with this is created, and again I had some lovely ideas from people about this, and again I thought about every single one of them, which one would be the best to do, and I ended up deciding on one which I can't remember who suggested this, to put a button on the inside. Now I've used a huge button, no one's going to see this button, so I'm not bothered about what it looks like. But I used a large button so that I've got enough space to go around. I've picked one that's quite flat. It was just one in my stash, a random button that I had. I've not got any more of these. And then I've left the ribbon on the inside. So what I found, that if I just loop it around this button, it manages just to stay there. So I'm really pleased. So I literally wrap it round twice and then kind of tie it on itself on the ribbon. So I'll just quickly do it so you can see loosely what I mean. So I've literally just wrapped it around the button, and then I've tied that ribbon back on itself, and then pulling it, it keeps it there. It doesn't slip off. I've done it, I've worn it for a whole day and it stayed put brilliantly, and you don't notice. So when I've tied obviously the other bit together, it's perfectly fine. So in fact, I love this idea so much that I think I might actually stick with this idea as opposed to putting the ribbon on the inside, because I think it really works really well. And it's actually more comfortable. I don't know why, it just seems to sit nicer for me. I don't know why, but there. So that was what I did with that one. So now I can wear this one again, and I'm really pleased that it's worked out. So thank you to everybody for those 2 garments that I was struggling with not knowing what to do. They're now fixed and I'm happily wearing them. And what else have I done? I have another top, which is again, Sew Over It. I do make other things other than Sew Over It things, but it just so happens that these things need sorting out. I had the rovello top. Now you've not probably seen this top. If you are following me on Instagram, you may have seen this on one of my on my grid for, I think it was last summer I made this top. I'll just go and get it so you can see it. So here's my rovello top by Sew Over It. I made this last summer. I stupidly shortened it, and it didn't need shortening because now it's too short, and I haven't worn it once. There's not really much I can do about it because I haven't got any more of this fabric, and I don't want to unpick any of the bottom to try and create a peplum or anything like that. I did think about wearing it over dresses, so I have got a black jersey knit dress that it can be worn with. I also made some Mia jeans last, I think it was October time, and I've never tried them on together. Now the other day I just had a bit of a brainwave and thought maybe try it on with these Mia jeans, because my Mia jeans are they're kind of too high for me. I didn't reduce the waistband down to shorten them for my little body. So they sit quite high, more high-rise than they were meant to be. I'm fine with that. They look good as they are, and I'm still wearing them, but I've never put them on together, so the combo together works completely fine. So I'm really chuffed that I've found that I can wear this with a pair of jeans and that there's kind of very minimal skin showing. Now I know that people have said, why don't you just wear it with, having some skin showing. I don't know why, but I just don't feel comfortable wearing it with my skin showing. I don't know what it is about it. I'm the same like this with yoga. I don't wear skimpy tops in yoga. I have to be covered up. I don't know why. I just feel really uncomfortable. I think maybe I had one occasion where I forgot my top and I had to go in with just my bra top, which was obviously still okay. But for me, that was mortifying, and I really just did not feel happy throughout the whole class. I felt really uncomfortable. I don't know why, I just don't like doing it. And I look at other people when they've got their midriff out, I think it looks lovely. I think it looks great. and everybody else, I just don't want to do it. I can't get my head around it. It just makes me feel a bit sick, a bit weird. So anyway, I'm glad I found that I can wear this. However, there was a problem with this one. I found that when you tie it round, this kind of doesn't stay together, it slips, and that really bugs me. So I've ended up just putting a popper on there, or a press stud, as my mum would have called them. So you've got the little end there with that goes in and it pops together, and that's worked a treat. Keeps it in place so that when it's tied, it just works for me. I did stupidly put it in the wrong place the first time, and then when I tried to unpick it, I accidentally slipped through the fabric. I was having a bad day. So what I've done is just stuck a bit of interfacing and ironed that over the top. Now you can't probably see it, it's on one of the flowers. But when that's tied, you can't see it. But that will just stop that from fraying. So that's a good tip if you accidentally snip your fabric. I have done that a few times on things. If you just put a tiny little section of interfacing and iron it on, then it will stop it from fraying anymore. So there, that was another one that I've ended up fixing, and I can now wear with my Mia jeans, and I'm really chuffed bits with that one. And so for my next make that I am doing right now, you'll be able to see on the body dress form. I don't know why, I never remember what they're called, these things. Dress form. I should really give the dress form a name. I don't bother giving this one a name. I did have another one that was called Betty. This one I haven't named, I don't know why. I've had her since Christmas. My husband bought me this one for Christmas, and I've not given her a name. I should really give her a name. Anyway, there's a little bodice there you can see on the dress form that I'm making. Now I have decided to make, it's a free pattern, this one. Now I found this free pattern when we did the Frugal Frogs back in March, and I found it and I thought this is a really nice pattern, but at the time I think it was still a bit chilly and cold here, so I didn't really fancy making it. But now I'm making it, and it's this pattern here, you can see. It's called the Rosa dress, and it is a nice little summer dress. And it kind of has two versions, so you can have one that's got an extra tier on the bottom to make it a little longer, or you could have the shorter version. And in this picture here, they've done it in a really lovely flowery fabric. And you might be able to just see, there's little tabs on the shoulders here, and there's buttons down the front, and then it's a kind of gathered skirt. You might be able to see the one on the back. I really like this pattern. That's not really focusing, is it? I just thought it'd be a really nice little summer dress. I've been wanting summer dresses. I think I said in my last vlog, because we've had some really nice hot weather, I wanted to make a more summery style dress, but I can't be bothered to print off anything. So I wanted to find a pattern that I've got already that I can just trace off quickly and do it. And anyway, that's what I'm making right now in this lovely spotty fabric. So it's white with black spots, and I bought that a few weeks, month or two ago, and I think I did show you on one of my vlogs that I bought it from the market. I was actually going to make the Shelby dress. Now the Shelby dress is by True Bias, and last week I got the name completely wrong, and then my autocorrect when I'd written it across the bottom had changed it to I think something like Shelley or something, so apologies to the confusion, but I was actually talking about the Shelby dress by True Bias. I kept calling it like the Sheridan or something, and I still keep doing that now. I don't know why I keep calling it that. But yeah, it's the Shelby dress. I was going to make the Shelby dress out of that fabric, but then when I saw this pattern, I searched through all my fabric. I couldn't find anything that was just right for it. Then I spotted this one and I thought, well, this will do. Polka dots, can't go wrong. I'm really, really liking it. It's a really nice pattern so far. It's coming together really nicely. I like the way it's put together. It's very simple. As with always, with these free patterns from Simply Sewing, I think I forgot to say it's from Simply Sewing magazine. The instructions aren't amazing, I've got to be honest. They are a little vague sometimes, and then I think sometimes they put things in there that are wrong. So I don't know whether they do this to test you, to test whether you're doing it right, or to make your brain work a bit harder. or it's a genuine mistake maybe, I don't know. But when it comes to, I think it's when it's the understitching. Now, I've always been taught, or I've heard lots of people say, when you do an unstitch, first when you stitch the seam, don't press it before you understitch, because if you press it, it can stretch it out of shape, and it also makes it a little bit harder to iron or press it before you've understitched. Once you've understitched, it's much, much easier to then press the kind of lining to the inside, if that makes sense. So this is a lined bodice, and I like the way that they did it. It's a really nice way that it's come together with the cute little tabs. You might say that I've got cute little tabs on the shoulder bits there already. Now the next stage for this, it's asking to put the buttons on and the buttonholes. I don't know whether the buttons are actually usable because you're putting in an elasticated waist. So the pattern requires this transparent elastic, and I've just purchased that from Amazon because I didn't have any, and I've just bought a prim one. I think you get 3 meters, and it asks for I think it's a 9mm, but I think they only sold it in 10mm. So that goes around the waist. You're putting on a gathered skirt, so I think it's stretchable. So it suggests to me that you can probably get that over your head. So if it is the case that I think I might leave the buttons until I've done the skirt, so that you can, well, I can work out whether I can get this over my head without undoing. Because if it means I don't have to undo this bit, I'm not going to put buttonholes in. I'm just going to put in the buttons and pretend that they're buttonholes, because I'm probably not the only person that really dislikes doing buttonholes. They're quite challenging. And in fact, every time I've done a buttonhole, I think sweat's poured out of me, and you're like on edge, like gritting your teeth doing the buttonholes. So yeah, if I can get away with not doing the buttonholes, I will do it. So I'm going to do the skirt first before I do the buttons, and I haven't actually got any buttons anyway. I've just ordered some from eBay. I've bought some, I couldn't kind of decide on what colour to use because it's a black and white polka dot. I thought maybe going with the black button, but I thought it might look just a little bit too harsh, because I want this to be a nice easy breezy summery dress. I thought maybe the black buttons might make it too formal looking, so I thought about white buttons, but I couldn't really find any on eBay that were nice enough. They're all quite bog standard. And then I found they had some chestnut buttons, a chestnut kind of wooden brown button, so I thought they might look quite nice. I've bought them anyway, and when they arrive I'll see whether it works or not. So yeah, that's what I've done anyway for this, and I'm actually making the size, I think I've gone with the size 6, because the measurements on here are huge, massive. So yeah, what's it say? Finished garment measurements for size 6. So it's saying for the bust 36.5 inches. Now my bust is a 33.5 inch bust, so that's a good 3 inches ease there around that bust area for the size 6. So if I'd have gone with what they suggested, which is my bust line kind of is in between an 8 and a 10 on here. A 33 inches is 8 and a 34 inches is a 10. So I probably would have maybe gone with a 10 to be on the safe side, but size 10 comes up 38.5 inches. Now that, to me, is huge. That's like a lot of ease going on there. And maybe if you're wanting a really, loose fitting, oversized dress that's going to be really nice for the summer's day, maybe you would want to do that, but I didn't. I thought that's just going to look a bit wrong on me. I don't think that's going to work. And then for the waist, again on the 6, it's coming up again the same size, so 36.5, so it's pretty much straight down. And again, my waist I think is 28 inches, so even though I do like a bit of room around the tummy area, so that I can eat, I thought 36.5 is quite a lot of room. I'm hoping that this measurement is correct and that I haven't gone and made a size 6 and it's going to be miniature on me. I'm really hoping that it's not going to be miniature because I'll cry my eyes out. But I'm going with it anyway. I'm going to see whether that's okay. Yeah, and for the hips it says 50 inches for the size 6. I don't know, I think it's quite a, you know, gathered skirt obviously, so, you know, that's probably fine. But yeah, I'll let you know how I get on with that one. So yeah, next stage is doing the skirt. I'm really excited about this dress. I'm really hoping it's going to look good. I'm really enjoying making it. Now you can see there's the picture inside of the longer version. Now you can see on her, on the model, on the picture, it just comes underneath her knee, so kind of midi length. But I'm hoping, because I've not changed any of the length on this, I'm hoping it's going to be maxi length on me. I'm just going to go with it. I've not taken any off the length. I've not taken any off the bodice either. So I'm just hoping that it's going to be nice and long and drapey and be a good maxi length dress on me. I'm obsessed with maxi length at the moment. I'm really finding maxi length really comfortable. I don't know whether it's my age. I don't know. I just feel like covering my legs up is nice. It feels comfortable. It feels relaxing, I suppose is the word. I don't know what it is, but I'm really loving the maxi dresses. And I'm wearing all my maxi dresses a lot, so I'm going to go with that. I did actually purchase one from a store last week, which was a maxi dress in a sale. I can't remember how much. I think it might be £15. But I literally bought it because of the fact that it was a maxi dress. I've not got enough maxi dresses. Yeah, so I shall see. I mean, the weather has actually got a bit pants now, to be honest. It's gone a bit rainy and a bit rubbish today, and it has cooled down quite a lot, but I don't mind. It's quite nice. Gives you a bit of respite, doesn't it? I'll just quickly show you the fabric. There you go, close up of that fabric that I've got for my Rosa dress. White with black spots, pretty basic, but I'm hoping it will look really nice. And talking about fabric, I wandered into the town Tuesday, and markets were there as usual. Thought, oh, I'll have a little wander in, see what I can find. I was actually looking for some cotton fabric, because I wanted to make some pyjamas. They did have some, I think it's called, what's it called? Broderie anglaise or something. The fabric with the sort of holes in it. That kind of fabric. They had some of that, and I thought, maybe I'm in an army about that, so I might go back and get some of that maybe. I couldn't really find anything else though I fancied. However, I did find this fabric, which is a bit mental, but I really like it, and it's pink with bright sort of pinky red spots, which I just thought was amazing. And it's a crepe fabric, so it's actually coming up a slightly different colour on the camera, but it's a lovely pink with, yeah, I'd say, yeah, it's red spots, pink with red spots. Now I'm sure I have seen this fabric somewhere else before. Now if I can find another online shop that sells this, I will put it up on the in the link down in the description, because I'm sure I have seen this fabric before. But this was on a store that they were selling everything on there for £1. So this was £1 a metre. Now I could have gone a bit crazy, and I did think about buying about 5 metres, but I said, no, you don't need that amount. You don't need that. You will have everything in that fabric. You don't need that amount of fabric. So I've ended up just buying 3 metres of this fabric. So again, I'm going to probably try and make a maxi dress in this one, but I'm going to ahhing about what pattern to do for this. So I'm not kind of convinced on anything yet, but I just thought it was really lovely. It's a really lovely weight to it as well. It's really good quality. But if I can find it online, then I will put that in the description. And I've also found some viscose, again, with in mind a maxi dress. Now I think originally I thought about perhaps making this again in this fabric or another maxi dress. If you've got any suggestions for this fabric of a maxi dress, I think it's got to be a maxi dress for this. I did even think maybe a jumpsuit, although I'm really loving the maxi dresses at the moment, so it's definitely got to be something summery because of the fabric itself. And I'm trying to get it right round. I've washed it, so I've folded it the wrong way around. It's just gone really mega dark, so sorry if the light is just gone. It's about to absolutely tip it down, I think. The rain is coming, the heavens are opening. So I've got to work out which is the right way up for this. Not quite sure, but it's basically a beautiful, gorgeous stunning sky blue colour. And I mean, to see this, the whole thing is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It's got flower design within the blue, and then these beautiful orange, oh, golden, oh, just stunning, stunning pattern in it. It's beautiful. And I first saw it, I thought I wouldn't be able to wear that. I don't think I would get away with being able to wear that. But then the more I looked at it, I just thought, you know what, I'm going to buy it. I think it might go that way up. That's probably more like it, isn't it? I think that's the right way to have it. But it's just absolutely stunning. And again, I think I've bought about 3 meters of that one. This was, let me think, I think it was about £2 a metre. No, I know, it's just crazy. The prices are just mad. That's why I can't resist going into the market, because the prices are mental. And I'm not joking, the quality of this is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. It's a really nice, it's a really lovely weight viscose. And again, I can imagine that they're probably selling this somewhere online, because a lot of the fabrics I do find in the market, they are selling online, usually Minerva, and maybe some places on eBay. But I will look at, if I can find this, again, I will put the link down below. I just feel really guilty for the fact that I can find all these fabrics in the market and then you're not being able to get hold of them. I just feel a little bit sort of selfish. So if I can find them, I will put them in. But if I can't, I'm really sorry about that. But, you know, I am very, very blessed to live in a place where there's a great market and I can get really good fabric. I know that, you know, most people will probably be afraid of buying fabric from the market. You do have to be careful with the, you know, you have to have a good feel of them. And that's a good thing, you can actually go in and feel them. Because obviously some of them, the quality is not going to be that great. But, you know, everything I found is just amazing. So yeah, that's all I've got to chat about today. I hope you've enjoyed my Friday sews and my little chat, my catch up and what I'm getting up to. And if you haven't subscribed, then please do subscribe. I'm so grateful to everyone who has subscribed. Thank you so very much. Thank you for your lovely comments. I love reading your comments. It's so nice to have like-minded people that I can chat to about sewing, and that's partly why I started this vlog, was because I didn't have many people I could chat to about sewing who are obsessed about it as much as me. And yeah, getting ideas from people, you know, it's just a fantastic, amazing community. I love being in the sewing world. I just think it's amazing. So thank you very much. And please like the video if you enjoyed what you saw today. And have a fantastic weekend, whatever you get up to. Please stay safe, look after yourselves, and yeah, see you next week. Take care. Love and light. Bye.